Hello everyone! Welcome to my vlog. This is Mimi Guapa. I'm now on the part 2 of reading the book I Love You. Okay, so we will start with, of course, chapter 1. Part 2 because sa part 1 I read about the blurb, the preface, acknowledgements, and everything in between chapter 1 and the cover page. So every time that I read it, I will just add another part 1, 2, 3, 4, until the end of this book. So part 1, is it love? My name is Randy, wrote a young reader to American columnist Ann Landers. Maybe you will remember me by the letter I wrote you 3 weeks ago. I just wanted to tell you how things turned out. Remember how I thought for sure I was in love? I wanted to give Dottie my class ring and my identification bracelet. I even wanted to buy her a $50 heart-shaped box of candy for Valentine's Day. I was like crazy, man. My head felt light as a feather, and when I looked at Dottie, got weak on my knees and almost fainted. I perspired until my shirt was soaked through. My appetite was shot, and I couldn't even look at food. Mom told me I looked terrible, and she called the doctor. Well, it wasn't love at all. It was the flu. Randy thought it was love when it was the flu. There are many others who also thought it was love, but then it flew. Love, what is it? What is love? I saw a humorous definition which said, love is a heterogeneous conglomeration of absurdity calculated to bamboozle the anatomy of the individual who becomes intoxicated with its abominable and irresistible power. Could it ever be love? Here is another one. Love is a feeling when you feel that you are going to get a feeling that you've never felt before. Whatever that is, it surely isn't love. The Romans had a pantheon of gods. Jupiter, god of the heavens, Bacchus, god of wine, Diana, goddess of the moon, Neptune, god of the sea, Mars, god of war, Minerva, goddess of wisdom, and their god of love was Cupid. This chubby blindfolded boy had wings and flew with bow and arrows. Whenever Cupid shot with a gold-tipped arrow, his victim fell blindly in love with the first person encountered. Could that be true love? Do you know that the shortest and most profound statement on love is found in the Bible? Just 3 words. God is love. 1 John 4:8. No, not that kind of love. Someone objects. Tell me about romantic love, the hugging and the kissing love. That is the love we are talking about. All true love. Parent for child, husband for wife, girlfriend for boyfriend. All true love comes from God. That tender emotion, that ability to desire, that capacity to caress was implanted in our being by the Creator, God. He is the source of love, and if love comes from God, it can be comfortable in the presence of God. But for every good thing that God has made, the devil has improvised a counterfeit. Love's counterfeit is infatuation. The big question is, how can one discern the counterfeit from the genuine? Let us examine some differences. Infatuation or love. Infatuation is ruled by feelings, but love's feelings are ruled by principle. In the field of infatuation, the feelings are in charge, but the problem is that our feelings are fickle. They change easily. Today, I feel great, so I kiss her. Tomorrow, I feel terrible, so I kick her. That is not love. True love has feelings, tender feelings which are put in the human heart by a caring God. But love is not composed of feelings only. It is feeling plus principle. Moreover, love is not controlled by feelings. It does not do anything and everything it feels. Rather, in true love, The feelings are under the control of principle. One of the grandest descriptions of love found in Scripture is, "Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." 1 Corinthians chapter 13 verses 4 to 7. Then comes a profound statement. Love never fails. Verse 8. Infatuation is blind, but love sees and examines. Like Cupid, infatuation is blind. It cannot see and does not wish to see. When a girl recognizes that her boyfriend is hooked on drugs, but still proceeds with plans for marriage, Cupid has wounded her. Oh my goodness, it must be what happened to me. A joke. When a boy observes his girlfriend flirting continuously with other men, but still goes ahead with the love affair, infatuation has blinded him. Jesus asked, "Do you have eyes but fail to see?" Mark chapter 8 verse 18. True love uses its eyes to see and to examine the strengths and weaknesses of the prospective partner. It is not afraid to ask hard questions, nor to do difficult examinations. Infatuation is in a hurry, but love takes time. Everything of permanent value in life takes time. We can build a shack overnight, but if we are building a house that will stand the fury of a hurricane, that takes time. We can put up an artificial Christmas tree overnight, but to grow a real tree, that takes time. It has to be planted, watered, and nourished for weeks, months, or years. Love is a plant, a tender, precious plant. Infatuation is ever in a hurry. See her today, court her tomorrow, and marry her the day after. It's love at first sight. It's puppy love. And someone has rightly said, puppy love leads to a dog life. But while this puppy love is in a hurry, true love takes time. Time to know and time to grow. Knowing a person always takes time and there is no shortcut. Growing a relationship takes time and God expects couples in love to grow up. Ephesians chapter 4 verse 15. Infatuation is obsessed with externals, but love is concerned with internals. Puppy love is obsessed with a figure, is a slave to the fashion, and is intoxicated with sex appeal. In fact, where infatuation reigns, sex dominates the relationship. True love admires the figure, appreciates appropriate fashion, and anticipates sexual intimacy within the bond of marriage. But these are not the greatest concerns of true love. True love is more concerned with the personality, the kind of person the partner really is. Love examines the habits, the inner virtues or vices. True love pays attention to the character, the inner self. This love which comes from God tries to look at a person the same way God looks at people. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart. 1 Samuel chapter 16 verse 7. While we cannot read a person's heart, our concern should be more with the beauty of character rather than the beauty of figure. And that's the end of the part 2. Watch out for part 3 tonight because I cannot seem to stop. Okay. Thank you.